Wolverine wakes up with a bomb in his chest and he tries to rip it out with his claws, but Deadpool says bye-bye and detonates the bomb. Logan regenerates from the blast and is thirsty for revenge, but the world is broken after Magneto's death unleashed an EMP that killed most of the world as S.H.I.E.L.D. is gone and the Avengers are dead. So he decides to get revenge and tracks down Magneto's corpse, with the mission of getting revenge on the 5 villains who tried to kill him. His first victim was Mastermind, who Logan found easily and revealed he's immune to Alfred's brain control due to Magneto's helmet. He charges at him and decapitates him, showing his head to the people he ruled over. He then uses Mastermind's mind to track down the locations of the rest of the villains. With 4 victims left, his next one was Sabretooth, who Logan found in the middle of nowhere. Victor said he isn't surprised to see him alive, and that he'll make sure he won't survive this time. They charge at each other and engage in a brutal battle as they trade blows over and over and over again. Sabretooth easily overpowers Wolverine and smashes his head in with a motorbike, but he suddenly realizes that something is very wrong, like me when I realized the cops found the body I hid. Wolverine impales him in the stomach and reveals he used a device to disable his healing factor before finally ending his life, leaving only 3 victims to go. Wolverine sneaks onto a ship that had a deadly virus and makes it all the way to the snowy mountains of Russia, where he's ambushed by Omega Red and impaled in the chest. However, Wolverine uses Omega Red's own testicles against him and strangles him to death before hanging his body off a tree as a warning sign for anyone who comes here. Logan then climbs a nearby nuclear reactor where he confronts the person who hurt him the most, Deadpool, who was once considered his best friend. Deadpool reveals he came here because the reactor is the only thing that can kill them both and end their pain. Logan asks why he betrayed him, but Deadpool says it was just a prank. As they both burn alive, Wade says they can't move on from something like this, and Logan agrees as Wade stands up, ready to end his pain. He finally jumps, but suddenly something grabs him, revealed to be Wolverine, who refuses to let his friend die. Deadpool was happy that Wolverine saved his life and asks if they should team up, but Wolverine asks if he thinks he should be forgiven for what he's done, and Deadpool says he does, but Wolverine says he doesn't and pushes him off into the exploding reactor, watching as his friend is incinerated alive. A week later, Logan is digging a grave outside a random house, but not for himself, as he confronts his last enemy, who was once a little brother to him. Colossus walks out of his cabin and Logan says he might have grown, but Peter says he actually got smaller, like my 2mm defeater. He tells Logan to go home because things shouldn't end like this. However, Logan doesn't care and unleashes his claws before charging at Peter. Colossus grabs his head and hurls him into the forest as Logan asks why he betrayed him. Wolverine rips Peter's stomach open and says they were family once as he prepares to deliver the finishing blow. Suddenly, Colossus grabs him and gains the upper hand before ripping his arm off and apologizing for how things will end. Suddenly, Wolverine uses his other hand to impale Colossus's head, killing him. He then reattaches his other arm and buries his friend.